Hey guys, what is up? Typh here, and today we are playing Skywars once again on the Hypixel server. And today, once again, we have a topic for today's video, and today's topic is pet peeves. If you don't know what a pet peeve is, it's basically something that annoys you greatly, maybe something that other people don't typically get annoyed at. Something that specifically annoys you. I have quite a few and I've listed them down, so I will be going over them in the video. Oh, and I just threw my sword out, nice. If you have a similar pet peeve or something and you'd like to share, definitely tell me in the comment section below. I'd like to know if you share a pet peeve with me, or if you have ones that are similar, or even if you have one at all, I want to know. So I think we're about to get cleaned up here, and no, we are actually somehow not getting cleaned up. So I'm gonna go over my pet peeves in a second, as soon as I get to this island, because I want to concentrate. I know it takes so much concentration to just build across. My first pet peeve in the list I have is, you know, notebook paper, like you have like the book with like the spiral metal thing that holds the paper in place. My pet peeve is when you tear out a piece of notebook paper and it leaves that strip of paper. Like, I understand it's there so like it doesn't like make a mess or whatever, but it's so annoying. Like, that strip of paper just, oh, it aggravates me. Like, second pet peeve I have is when it's your turn to clean the dishes and people leave half-eaten food on the plate. It's so disgusting. Like, why would you leave your half-eaten food on a plate for me to clean up? Like, I'm not a waitress, I'm your family member. Like, it's just disgusting. I don't know, like soggy, you know, like soggy bread or like mushy pasta. It's just, oh, I can't handle it. Next pet peeve I have is when you're an artist, which I'm an artist, and when people like just they have to always smudge your art. You get what I'm saying? Like, people like, oh, your art's so pretty, like I gotta touch it, and then they'll like put their hands like all over your art. People do that all the time, and then they're like, oh, it's so pretty, and they'll like want to touch your art, and then they'll like smudge the whole entire thing, and it just ruins the whole entire art. That makes me, I get so upset over that. Like, I understand you like my art, but don't smudge it by like putting your hands all over it. Like, no offense, but that just annoys me so much. Another pet peeve I have is when someone is obviously like in a bad mood, or they're disabled, or something is different about them, and people will like constantly stare. That bugs me so much. Like, when you see someone who, you know, they're having a bad day or whatever, and people just stare at them and they will not stop staring. Like, sometimes my sibling does that, and it just bugs me so much, like when people won't stop staring. Like, I understand you want to stare to see, you know, what's up, what's happening, what's the situation. It's also kind of offending to them. Like, don't stare, you know what I'm saying? My next pet peeve, which this happened to, well, it didn't really happen to me, and I'm not saying it bugs me because like it happens to me all the time, or, you know, it happens to me often. It bugs me because it's just like, why? When girls or guys, when anyone in general calls dibs on a guy, that bugs me so much. Like, let's say there's a new guy that like joins your school, or a new guy that like joins your group of friends or whatever, and then your friend calls dibs. Like, I don't care about it because, you know, I like the guy or the girl. I care about it because that's like rude. Like, why would you call dibs on a person? It's a person. Like, you don't call dibs on a specific person. It's a person, you know? Like, dibs is something you call like food for or something. You don't call dibs on a person. Like, if I see a cute guy out on the street and all my friends want to talk to him, I don't say dibs. Like, that's so, like, why would you say? I don't know. I don't get it. Next thing I have is when people have a specific like diagnosis or something that's like wrong with them or whatever, and then they take it lightly, or they say it doesn't matter, it's just you over exaggerating or overthinking. Basically, like, if someone has depression or anxiety, or they have some type of illness, and then someone's like, oh, well, it's just all in your head, it's all in your mind, it's not a real thing, it's just, oh, my mouse is so broken, did you see that? They're just like, no, that doesn't exist. I mean, it's all in your head, it's all in your mind, you're just making it up. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, when people say people who have like depression are just like, it's just all in their head, they're just constant negative people. Like, depression doesn't exist, like all this dumb stuff. Hey, there we go, LMAO. Okay, so then there's just this guy left. 2 words. I have 2 words for you, which I'll explain later, but spoiled adults. Oh my god, this pisses me off so much. Like, when you see an adult, I'm not saying like adults you see in the movies, like, you know, super rich people, whatever. No, I'm talking about like regular everyday adults you see like at the grocery store, and they're just spoiled. I'm not saying that I'm better than them. It doesn't make sense. If you want something, or if something doesn't go your way, don't act like a spoiled brat. Like, even I know that, and I'm 15 and you're what, like 30? You know, when adults are like, no, I want it my, I understand like if you're stressed and like, you know, something happened earlier that day that I might not know about, but there are just some situations when you can tell, like, don't be a spoiled brat. You're like over like 18, you're over 21, you're over 30, you're over, who knows, sometimes 50. Don't be a spoiled brat. Just because, you know, you're older than someone doesn't mean you're entitled to have whatever you want. If you have an illness or a problem, yeah, you should be treated with care and whatever you need to suit your situation, but you shouldn't be a spoiled brat. In general, when people are spoiled, it bugs me. But specifically when you're an adult and you should know better, and if you have children, you should know better because you're teaching your children not to be spoiled brats, but yet you're being one yourself. My next pet peeve is, oh my god, this bugs me so much, specifically because I'm a YouTuber and it happens to me like literally 24/7. This is something I deal with all the time when I'm recording, when I'm talking to people, and the most annoying part to me is it happens to me when I'm in an argument all the time. I'll be in a debate, an argument, and I'll forget what I'm saying in the middle of my sentence. When I record, I do the same exact thing. I'll be saying something and I'll forget everything I was about to say in the middle of my sentence, and it bugs me so much because this happens to me like daily, all the time, like 24/7. Like I was having a debate and an argument with someone, and I knew what I was supposed to say. Like, in my opinion, my argument was, I had all the facts, everything, but I forgot what I was saying in the middle of the argument. And then because of that, people think I'm stupid or incompetent or just dumb in general, because I can't like put my points together. I can't put the pieces of my puzzle together to bring forth an argument. And it's not that, I mean, I understand I'm not smart, I'm super smart, I'm not like, you know, a superhuman being or whatever, but I mean, I should be able to put the pieces together of an argument. Like, it bugs me so. Whoa, you're not even looking at me and you're hitting me. What the heck was that? Did you guys see that? Argument. Like, it bugs me so. I'll be talking to someone, like having a normal conversation, not even something that needs basic human intelligence. I'll be having a regular conversation with someone, like let's say I'll be having a conversation with Bryson, and it'll be something interesting that happened to me. It's a memory. I should be able to remember what just happened like the other day, especially if it's so significant, like a story I'd like to tell someone. And I'll forget what I was saying in the middle of my sentence. I understand, you know, like, you know, some people, they forget what they're saying in the middle of their sentence, and then they'll just move on to another topic because they don't realize they did. But for me, it bugs me because I know that I forgot what I was about to say, and it bugs me because I will just sit in awkward silence while I'm like, hold up, I got this, I remember what I was going to say, and then I'd never remember what I'm going to say. And it's so embarrassing because if you ask any of my friends, I do this all the time, and then everyone thinks I'm like stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I just forget everything that I say, everything that I want to say. I'm not even joking. Like, I'll probably be diagnosed with like short-term memory or something. I have but that's my personal pet peeve because it happens to me a lot. It doesn't bug me when people forget what they're saying. It bugs me when I forget what I was saying, especially because I'm a YouTuber. It bugs me because I'll have like a good piece of commentary that I want to bring forth, and then I'll completely, like 100% forget what I was saying. And it was just like, I've probably done this, I'm not even joking, about 10 times this recording session. All the edits and cuts you see, literally you're missing so many points and stuff I missed because I forgot what I was supposed to say. My next pet peeve, this happens to me personally, so if I sound heated, it's okay. And I understand, you know, some people associate this and this with a specific type of person or attitude, but it bugs me specifically because if you know me in real life, I know some of you guys do who watch my videos, I am like extremely quiet in real life. I'm very quiet. I don't talk that much. I'm very shy. Just because I'm quiet doesn't mean that I can't express myself. I love to dye my hair. Like, I'll dye my hair. I've dyed it red, orange, yellow, like all the colors of the rainbow. Like, I'll see adults with children, you know, parents and stuff, and I'll see them like, you know, giving me this weird stare, like, stay away from my children. It's a common saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, you see me with my dyed hair, and then they assume like I'm some type of druggie or like sex addict. Like, what the heck? Like, people will just look at me and be like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't want you near my children. And then in reality, like, I babysit children all the time, and I'm like extremely quiet and extremely sensitive to so many things. And I understand, like, I'm asking for it if I dye my hair, but at the same time, it shouldn't even be a given that I'm asking for it. Like, I shouldn't ask for it. It shouldn't have to be a stereotype that people who like to express themselves or dress a different way or dye their hair. Okay, I think those were all the major pet peeves I could think of. I have tons more, but thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more of this content, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And until then, yeah, goodbye. What is this pig doing? Hello? That makes me uncomfortable.